warm welcome to the show. The Redefining Polish-Ghanaian Textile Narratives Pavilion has just taken the top prize at the 2026 Malta Biennale. Curated by Natalia Bradbury, the exhibition brings together artists from Poland and Ghana in a powerful dialogue shaped by textile traditions, shared histories and cultural exchange. Today we speak with Natalia about this extraordinary project. Hello and welcome, delighted to have you with us. And first of all, huge congratulations on this distinction, so well deserved.
Thank you, we are very proud.
So what did you think resonated most with the jury?
Well, what the jury actually pointed out was the very interesting curatorial concept, which is connected with two countries, and the fact that the exhibition is actually happening in Malta, which has a meaning as Malta is situated between Poland and Ghana.
Can you unpack what does this pavilion consist of and what was the process of its creation?
So the exhibition tells a story about a very special relationship between Poland and Ghana in the 1960s. It's actually a tribute to this special relationship which happened when young independent Ghana and Poland, country which did not have the traumatic experience of post-colonialism in Africa, came together to build a beautiful relationship based on trust, on exchange, of profession, of education. Polish architects and engineers were going to Ghana to work on very important infrastructural projects, and Ghanaian students were coming to Poland to study and to learn Polish language. Unfortunately, this relationship finished before it had a full chance to develop, but what was left behind was this vision of solidarity, of doing something together. Now, the artists who were invited to prepare site-specific works for the Biennale during their artistic residence in Malta also came together in an experiment to build something together in solidarity.
But then you had to make this fit this broader umbrella theme of clean, clear and cut. So what was the process like?
Basically, I started off with the curatorial concept, which was closely connected to the concept of the whole Biennale. And after that, I was thinking what medium we can use to present the idea. So the textile was something that came to my head straight away, as I thought about the long tradition of textile in Poland, long tradition of textile in Ghana, and also in Malta, which we found out after research. So after that, I thought about artists who I can invite for this project, which is actually quite a demanding project, because first of all, we went to Ghana together, and the artists were asked to conduct a workshop with children in Kids Haven School. It's a school of Omena Foundation, which basically looks after street children in Ghana. So the artists had to come up with a project of creating this workshop, artistic workshop for these children. And later on, they went to Malta and spent 2 months there creating site-specific installation in historical place. So the project was very demanding from the artists, not only on the artistic side, on the skills, but also time-wise and on the conception. So after selecting the artists, we thought about them creating something together as one work, but very quickly they came to me and they said that they want to create 3 separate works, which actually ended up really well because we have 3 separate textile installation in one pavilion, and all of them correspond and build beautiful narration connected with the concept.
And it was an all-female project, aside from music, right?
Yes, that's true. That's true, but that wasn't... we didn't do it on purpose, to be honest. I was thinking about a lot of artists, but finally... well, textile is a medium which is closely connected with female artists very often, not only, but very often. So yes, we ended up with this strong female representation, except for the musician.
So the music by Mariusz Szypura, how important was that, and sort of, is it a part of a larger trend of these exhibitions becoming more and more immersive nowadays?
Yes, for sure we can notice this. We've noticed this 2 years ago during the Biennale in Venice. I think this trend is actually coming and it's developing. Mariusz had a lot of freedom in creating the music, as I'm not a musician. I just wanted him to create something which is building this dialogue with textile, with history, respecting the history, respecting relationship and solidarity, and I think he did a very good job, but music is an integral part of the exhibition.
And do you think that this pavilion and your work changes the way that Polish and African artists are being perceived internationally, especially the young ones?
I hope so. I hope that the story behind it is something that a lot of people can find out, maybe learn from. And I really hope that the connection between Poland and Ghana in history can basically be used as an example of how we can build a better future together based on solidarity and based on the Ubuntu philosophy, African philosophy.
I was actually going to ask you this because the project is meant to sort of fit this philosophy of Ubuntu. So what does it entail exactly?
Yeah, so Ubuntu is African philosophy which says I am because we are. It's very simple but very true. I strongly believe that it was true back then in the 60s when these enthusiastic people came together to build something extraordinary and meaningful. I believe that it was very much true throughout the whole process of creating the exhibition. So in Ghana, in Malta during the residency, it was very much based on solidarity and working together. And I think this philosophy is very much true in our organization, Omen Art Foundation, when the solidarity and helping each other is actually what we do on a daily basis. So that was a very strong point which was with us throughout the whole process of creating the exhibition.
Thus far, we've been discussing artists sort of as a collective, Polish artists, West African artists. I wanted to ask you this. I know that this falls sort of within your research interest, and I'm talking about the interaction between galleries, private collectors, institutions, auction houses. How do they shape how art is being perceived, and who succeeds ultimately?
Biennale is a very becomes more and more popular. We have more and more initiatives like this, which is good because it's needed. This is not a commercial project, right? You go to Biennale to visit the exhibition, to experience art, to see international art. Not everyone has a chance to travel, but for example, being in Malta, you can see all international art, which is very important to shape the recognition of international art in general. However, we cannot forget about it, that it also gives a chance for artists to become, for people to become familiar with some certain artists. For example, Ernestina Mansadoku, one of the artists chosen for the project, she's a very young artist from Ghana. And I think for her, presentation like this in the Biennale, especially in a pavilion that got the main reward, will actually be a very good point for her, maybe a game changer in her career. So it's all strictly connected, right? The commercial world of art and the non-commercial world of art, it coexists together.
So what qualities do you look for in young artists?
First of all, originality. I like when people stand out, and I like when people are brave enough to present something completely, different. This is also good, but also consequence. When artists are consequent in what their artistic narrative and their thoughts, that's for sure something that I'm looking. In this project, all three artists, Eliza Proszczuk, who's very experienced in textile, Marta Nadole, who's a recognized artist who has a very portfolio with many exhibitions, and Ernestina, a younger artist. I think all of them presented how consequent they are with the medium they work with, but also in what they want to actually show to the audience.
And from your judgment and experience, is the art market becoming more inclusive, or are the structural differences still present, especially in the context of the fact that the pavilion featured all female artists?
It's very difficult to answer, but I think that I would go with an answer like, let's see what's happening in the art market now. There are a lot of changes happening. It's after the COVID boom of buying art, the whole market is actually reshaping. So I would wait a couple of years and see how the market will react to geological changes, political changes, and everything what happened after COVID. So I think this is something that we have to look forward to in a couple of years, and then we will see how finally it's shaped and what are the predictions.
You also work both in Poland and in the UK. So what are the key differences between these two places when it comes to, I'm talking about the art market?
UK market is very much concentrated on UK artists, such as Polish market also, but both markets are opening to new initiatives. British market has a very long tradition of collecting. Polish market is pretty young in that respect. but it's developing very quickly now. And actually, we are becoming very, very popular, and a lot of people in England are asking about what's happening, and they are really interested in what's happening in the Polish market. So I think we are developing faster now because we have this, we have to catch up with the rest of the world, but it's looking good.
And your pavilion was created thanks to Omena Art Foundation.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask you about private versus public institutions. Are these becoming more, I mean, the role, is it becoming more pronounced?
Well, we are a foundation run by a private founders. So we have a separate, let's say, place in the market. But of course, we, as a foundation, we also we collaborate with institutions. In Poland, in Warsaw, every time there is initiatives that's connected with African art, such as the exhibition in Zachęta National Gallery, we wanted to partner up on it so that we were able to bring over our work by Ibrahim Mama, artist from Ghana, and present it so that wider public has a chance to see it. I would say our place is to collaborate with institutions, to help them, to support them, and I believe that together we can build something amazing, but strictly by solidarity and collaboration.
I actually had a chance to speak to Ibrahim. He is an amazing artist, definitely
Yes,
worth featuring. Any other artists whom you perhaps might want to mention?
Well, very soon we're going to open our exhibition in Royal Orangery in Wilanów Palace. This is something that we do every year. We open an exhibition, pre-auction exhibition, but not only. In this space we also show our collection of African art, and in general it's a platform for us to speak about our projects as a foundation. And we will have a couple of names from the African art this year as well in the auction, such as, for example, Mwako Bwafo, African artist from Ghana, but also from Polish artists. We'll have a work by Ewa Juszkiewicz. So this idea of building international bridge between Polish artists, between international artists, is very much a mission of our foundation.
And how can foundations like yours, shift power dynamics in the art world?
Well, I think what's very unique in terms of our foundation on the scale of the world is the initiatives that we do is to build something amazing together in connecting art, philanthropy and business. And this is what we've been doing since 2022, so since the first Top Charity auction. And it's strictly connected with also showing people that philanthropy is fashionable, that philanthropy is something that we should do, and we should show it to the business community. We are very lucky because our founders, Omena Mensah and Rafał Brzoska, are people who are very much followed by many business people in Poland and in Europe now. And there are a lot of people who are looking at them and following their footsteps, and they are actually presenting a very good example for others how we can use art as a tool for philanthropy and use the business community to make a real change.
And Natalia, before we go, one last question, looking into the future for yourself personally. Any important projects coming up, anything you'd like to share?
Well, now we are focused on the pre-auction exhibition, and this is something that will be occupied till the end of June. Then hopefully after that a little break, time to rest and think about other projects. But for sure we will apply for the Malta Biennale once again in 2 years' time, and this exhibition, it took us 2 years to work on it. So and I think that's why we also got the reward, because the project, the concept was so coherent. So I guess that this is something we're gonna think of again. But who knows? I mean, we are developing really dynamically. So maybe there'll be some other interesting projects. For sure, there will be some other interesting projects on the way that will occupy us.
Natalia Bradbury, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching Pulse of Culture. Please stay tuned for more here on TVP World.